Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Marianne, and I wanted to make a quick, about 10-minute video here about who I am, what I'm bringing to the women's retreat that I will be co-facilitating in Pagosa, Colorado, November 7th through November 9th, 2025. So in less than 30 days, I am one of the facilitators. I will be facilitating that with my biological sister and my good friend, Roberta. I'm calling out from Southern Colorado in a city called Pueblo. So if you know me, hey, this is my hometown, and we will be in Pagosa in less than about 3 weeks. So how amazing. So this is a women's retreat. I'm calling it also a women's sleepover. I am going to share with you what I really want to encapsulate in this beautiful opportunity, this beautiful experience, this container. I've been marinating in this idea for actually a little over 2 years to bring this pretty accessible opportunity to hopefully people that I know, maybe people that want to come that I don't know. So I think the best way to start off to get to know somebody, if you're thinking about joining, is to start off for me to share some transparency, some authenticity of who I am and where my inspiration comes from and what I really want to encapsulate in this retreat. So when I think about a women's retreat, I think about a woman, and I think about the vital essence of what that is and the sensation that brings me, and that definitely brings me nourishment. I think we could all think about like a beautiful, loving woman that's in our life, whether that's a mother, maybe not, maybe it's a grandmother, maybe it was even an elementary school teacher. What woman has really brought you that nourishment in your life? And I think about soft, subtle qualities of a rose, like when you smell a rose, and when you look at a rose, how it captivates you, and the essence of a rose. And that's definitely what I want to encapsulate in this retreat, in this container that I'm offering. So I jotted down a few things here to my right just in case, and also just to share with you so we make sure that we stay on today's video with the theme. I am Mariana. My biological birth name is Marianne. I like to go by Mariana, which is my name in Spanish. And I am a 245-hour RYT registered yoga teacher since 2019. My emphasis in yoga is Hatha yoga. There's different styles. That's the style. With the emphasis of 45 hours. The 45 hours is in Tantra. And I am trauma informed from a coaching experience that I've had with yoga and certificates. So what is that? What does that mean? With the Hatha yoga, it's a slower pace yoga. We'll definitely be doing one of those practices, the somatic release, on that Saturday, which is going to be November 8th. And why? Why do we do yoga at a slower pace with a moon and rose emphasis is what I want to encapsulate is going to be the theme of this yoga practice. We do this, beautiful souls, so we could relax. We could down regulate. Living in Western society, I'm calling out here from Pueblo, Colorado, as I said. I lived in the West all my life, but we are definitely oversensory here, which overstimulates us. Everything, our eyes, our ears, our smells, the sound, the noise, the mouth, like all our holes. If you think about our holes that we receive input and energy, the stimuli is coming from us. So when we're able to do slow movements, slow asanas, which is Sanskrit for yoga poses, we're able to start to connect to our breath, to connect to our inner rhythm, to our body, to our very own individual essence. And when we're able to do that, we actually downregulate our nervous system. So we turn on the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest state. When you're just at a serene, harmonious, a state of equanimity, which is also a state like of balance. Okay, you're awake and alert, but you're calm and receptive. This state is very, very vital because you, believe it or not, have the most profound connections of who you are, um, things that you need to maybe do or eliminate out of your life so you can stay and remain to your true self. That's going to really orientate your true desires, your deepest desires, heart's desires, needs in life. It really starts to eliminate excess as long as you have the discipline. So we will write after our yoga practices. We will have journal prompts that will help you start to the yoga practice is going to help you cultivate this, and then we're going to really harness and by dialing it in with these post yoga journal prompts. So I'll be there, like I said, to hold the space as a co-facilitator. My sister is a licensed therapist, trauma informed as well. She's the co-facilitator. And then Roberta is also the co-facilitator, which is a yoga teacher. She is a yoga teacher and nutritionist as well. And we are all I'm about to be 40. They're already 40, in the early 40s. So we have life experience as well. Just want to say that. And honestly, I have the desire, I have the passion to do this. So I think that means something that's really monumental, that this is something that I always desired to do for 2 years. So I just wanted to highlight that. But when we're able to have these down regulations, senses of well-beingness, we're able to really truly connect to ourselves. And we realize maybe where we're living in excess. We realize what we need to emphasize in our life so we could remain and live a life of nourishment, of replenishment, of rejuvenation, of inspiration. We could live a life of more fulfillment when we're coming from that state, right? And we know how to connect to ourselves. We know the importance. We could feel it after the practice. We feel the vital importance of how important it is to connect to ourselves. This also sparks and increases creativity. It helps digest, ease, down regulating, turning on serotonin and dopamine and oxytocin in a good way in the body on a hormonal level, down regulating and getting rid of adrenaline and cortisol, which is the up-regulating hormones. So then that is the sympathetic nervous system, which is the opposite of parasympathetic nervous system. I want to make sure I got that right. So where we could just tune in and dial into our true self and marinate in that. And where we're going to marinate in all that on that Saturday, doing yoga prompts. On Friday, we're going to come in with some lighthearted games the first night and just share and get to know each other from a very lighthearted, playful state with some card games. And then on Saturday, we'll be doing some of that more wholesome work that we'll be doing and cultivating with the yoga practice, the journal prompts, a circle share, and my sister will be holding a therapy circle, group therapy for all of us, as all of us in a group, not individual. So we could all just be there to support each other and be held by each other, and definitely being held by us three co-facilitators. So, and then on Saturday, we'll also go soak together and just marinate in anything that surfaced for you. We're going to marinate in that, and we're going to be curious to what that means, what that is, allow sensation. When we are able to down-regulate, we actually turn on all the senses. So when we're overstimulating, we don't realize actually that we're numbing out, and the overstimuli makes us feel numb. When we desensitize, it's actually allowing us to heighten our senses, which sparks the creativity, which onsets the downregulation, which brings clarity, brings creativity, brings deep, deep, deep connection to self. So I want you to know that you'll be held in a safe container with safe co-facilitators, a safe environment to express. We will bring in all the pillars of that with integrity and transparency and trustworthiness for our weekend retreat with all of us, whoever plans on attending. And then on Sunday, we'll have a beautiful morning circle where we'll sage and smudge and leave with a word that we're feeling. So, if I was to share a word with you right now, what I want to encapsulate, other than the essence that I already shared with you, the moon and the rose essence. If you think of the moon, look at that moon, and what does that moon make you feel like? That's the essence that I'm going to captivate and encapsulate in this retreat with a rose. Think about a rose. Think about the smell of a rose. Yeah, that's what I'm going to harness into this container. I would have to say the word that I am going to really orientate this theme for this retreat is going to be the word nourishment. Nourishment. And when I think about that word, what does that mean? That means contentment. That means satiation. That means I could just be and not need one thing because I have all my needs met. And I would love for you to come and share that with you. So this video is already going on 11 minutes. So that's all I wanted to say. This is going to be shared on my YouTube. I'm going to share this on the Facebook page. Welcome. If you have any more deeper questions or concerns, feel free to email me at Maryann, MaryannLEE26@gmail.com. And one last thing before I sign out is I don't think that this world and this society gives us enough opportunity to be in down regulation's senses of well-beingness. But when you do a beautiful yoga practice and you devote yourself to living a life of softness, of slowing down, of trusting to slow down, of trusting yourself with the slowing down, life becomes so much more juicier because the senses are awakened and your receptivity, your digest is receiving so much more in a deeper state. And then you can follow that juicy yumminess that gives to you. Follow your yummy, follow your juice, ladies. Namaste, and I will see and talk to you all soon. Thank you.